Hi, this is Richard Quack here. Welcome to my weekly live video. And in today's session, I would like to talk about marketing. And the topic is preempt the prospect's objection before it comes up. Now, if you are in marketing, in network marketing, or generally in business, then this is a very, very important topic. Okay. Now, in the business of network marketing or marketing in general, handling objections is one of the things you have to learn. Isn't it true? You got to learn how to handle objections. Okay. Now, objections arise when your prospects have many objections. All right. A lot of objections. Prospects are always like that. They will have a lot of objections. Okay. Now, most prospects, okay, will not voice out your objection. All right. Most prospects will not voice out your objections because they want to be polite or they do not want to appear to be very negative. So most of the prospects, although they may have objections in their mind, they do not voice it out. So that is why you got to preempt your prospect's objection, even though they don't raise it or they don't bring it up. Okay, so this is very, very important. You need to learn to preempt your prospect's objections before it comes up. That means even before they ask you, all right, which probably they might not ask you, you got to already, all right, answer your objection. Okay, during the presentation, especially, all right, during the presentation, they might have objection and so on, and it makes them less defensive. Okay, they can relate to you as well because they will think that you understand about the situation, their problems, and their doubts. So basically, it makes them less defensive, okay? And you got to answer their questions, okay? Even though they don't ask you about it. Now, learning how to handle objection is very important, all right? What you need to do is when you want to preempt the objections of the prospect, you can start with this statement. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Then after that, list out the objections and after that, explain to them. All right. So basically, this is how to preempt your prospects. So it's very important in marketing, in network marketing or business in general to be able to preempt your prospect, to make them less defensive and for them to take your side. All right. Now, there are 4 things I want to talk about here. Number 1, status of the industry, especially if you are in network marketing. The status of the industry is very, very important because when you talk about network marketing in general, the status is always low. Isn't it true? They would think that network marketing is a scam, is a quick get rich scheme, is a pyramid scheme, and so on. So basically, the status of the industry is not very good. And bear in mind that people make decisions based on the status. If the status goes up, they will agree to it. But if the status goes down, then they will object to it. So in network marketing, most of the time, the status is very low. That is the reason why most people will object to you. So basically, what you need to do is, talk about the status of the industry. Because most people, they hear from other people. They don't have personal experience. They probably hear from people that network marketing is a scam, network marketing is a quick get rich scheme, and so on. All right, so how you can handle this is very simple. I say, I know what you're thinking. All right, I know what you're thinking. Probably you're thinking that, network marketing is a scam. Then after that, you explain to them, answer the objection. All right, I'm not going to tell you about the handling objection part, but the thing is that this is how it should go. All right, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking that, network marketing is a scam. All right, the status of the industry. And then you explain to them, answer the objection. Okay, status. In most cases, people think that status is bad, especially in network marketing. Status is low. So when status is low, they will not make a decision. So you got to talk about network marketing, bring up the status. All right, bring up the status. How can you bring up the status? Very simple. All right, talk about what network marketing is all about. Talk about the legality of it and talk about the benefits of network marketing and so on. So when they understand it, then basically the status is different. And once the status is different, they might make a different decision. Okay. Number 2, Now, let's talk about prospecting. A lot of objections about prospecting. All right. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that, you got to make a name list and talk to everybody and make a phone call to them and so on. So basically, then after that, you answer the objection. Because when people talk about prospecting, most people think about the old ways of prospecting. That means make a name list of 200 people and then start calling these people up. All right, and people are fearful about cold calling, that's for sure. So you got to answer the objection before they ask you about it. All right, the old ways of doing network marketing, making a name list and so on, does not work anymore. All right, today you can use social media out there because there are a lot of prospects outside there, especially in Facebook and LinkedIn alone. There are more than 3 billion members. So more than 3 billion prospects. You will not finish those prospects in your lifetime. That's for sure. All right. So the second one is regarding prospecting. People always have a lot of objections regarding that. They might not ask you, then bring it up. Okay. Number 3, people also object to selling. People don't like selling. That's for sure. Tell me the truth. Put up your hand. Are you interested in selling? Most people, they're dreadful about selling. When selling comes into mind, they put up their hand, all right? Because why? People don't like to be salesmen. That's why people associate network marketing with direct sales, selling, and selling. All right. So I know what you're thinking. All right. Then after that, tell them, okay, I know that you're thinking that, this is probably purely about selling products and services and so on. So after that, you answer the objection. All right. Now, when you talk about selling, to most people, when they talk about selling, they're thinking about selling soap powder, selling, what you call dishwash product, selling white nutritional products and so on. So that's why people are fearful about selling. But if you talk about selling here, basically, you can talk about when you talk about selling a system, all right, a business system that is no longer associated with selling products and services. That's why I always tell people, have a system that you sell, not the product, not the industry of MLM, but you sell a system. That's important. All right. When you talk about selling a system, then the status goes up as well. Because a lot of people are fearful about selling. Don't you agree to that? People are fearful about selling. So you got to tell them about what network marketing is about. It's not about selling. It's a leadership business. You have to help your people to become successful and so on. So basically, preempt your prospect. Because in their mind, it's about selling. All right. It's about door to door. Okay. So you got to preempt and let them be less defensive by explaining to them what network marketing is about. It's not about selling. And today, we are not talking about, face-to-face anymore. You're using social media, you're using the internet, and so on, right? So basically, it's totally different today. So you got to answer the objection as well before they ask you, all right, selling. All right, so you tell them the truth is that selling is what makes the world go round. All right, when there's no selling, then you can manufacture tons and tons of product, but if nobody sells, then what happened? All right, so basically, you need to have selling as well. All right, so that's important. Now, number 4th objection is people hate to attend meeting. Do you agree, so? People hate to attend meeting because I have experienced that before. When I prospect somebody, they tell me, I don't mind joining you, but don't expect me to attend meeting. All right, so basically, that is the objection that is at the back of their mind. So you got to tell them about how you can do the business without physical meeting and so on, especially now with the pandemic. Everything is done online. All right. So, but anyway, that was before the pandemic. Everything is about meeting, physical contact, and so on, right? And basically, you can tell them, give them the objection to attending meeting. Yeah, people don't like to go to meeting because of what? Okay, especially meeting are held at night. All right, it is not safe to go for meeting at night. Number 2, you got to travel, and number 3, probably got to pay expenses for petrol, for the toll, and so on. Isn't it true? And you got to tell them about handle the objection that today we don't have to do physical meeting anymore. Most of the meetings are done online, over Zoom, and so on. Isn't it true? So basically, what is important is that your objective here is to find out what are the objections your prospect would have that depend on your business and your niche as well. And once you find what they are, what objection they have, then you make a list of it and then talk about it. Even if they don't ask you, talk about the objections they will face, because they will understand and appreciate that you understand them, what the objections are, and also to make them less defensive. Okay, so that's all my sharing for today. The topic is preempt the prospect's objection before it comes up. I think in marketing and in network marketing and in any business, this is a very important skill to learn. All right. Objection arise when prospects have many questions, that's for sure, right? And most prospects will not voice out the objection, right? Because they want to be polite, and also they don't want to appear to be negative, all right? So you need to learn how to preempt your prospects. And what you can do is that, answer the objection even they don't ask you. Okay, I know what you're thinking about. I know that you're thinking that, network marketing is a scam. Then answer the objection. All right. So there are four areas that I spoke about here. Number one, status of the industry. Number two, prospecting, the old ways, making name lists and so on. It does not work as well anymore. Number three is about selling. A lot of people are fearful of selling. Number four, attending meeting, which is a physical meeting. People are very worried about that. Okay. So that's all my sharing here. I hope that you learn something. If you like what you hear and see, please feel free to like, to share, and to comment. Okay, I appreciate your time that you spend with me here, and that's all my sharing for today. Today is a Friday in Malaysia. Have a great weekend. I'll see you again next week for another session of my live video. So this is Richard Quack here from Malaysia, wishing you good night and goodbye.